Oh, what?
One moment.
Had to get water. You also has a son not to stream, so you're sure. Sorry. Sorry, guys. You said okay. So, oh, yeah. How the hell did you get in touch with Hassan? Did you get in touch with the fan channel or the actual Hassan? Anyway, welcome, guys. Episode 42. Good afternoon. It is May 8th, 2026. My name is Looney Tunes 9000. I am your gracious host for another week. I mean, I consider this non-answer as an okay. Okay. So welcome. Good afternoon, guys. I hope you had a great week. Everybody, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. You'll know every time I go live. I put up a premiere button. I put out an essay or a short video like I did last week, right after the stream. Let me go ahead get some shout outs ready. Rusty, welcome. Shout out, Rusty, Boku, and Sassa, I believe, and Barry. Welcome and hello. How are you? Um, and Sassy, hello, welcome, and thanks for listening in the background. Um, waiting for more people to come on in. Unless if I have to do Discord room. Hello, Looney. How do you like to be called? You can call me Looney. Some people like to call me LT9K. You can call me what you like. Rusty. Um, let me. We call him Lord Commander. You may call me Lord Commander. I mean, whatever you like. I don't give a shit. Doing fine up here, LT9K. That's good. I'm doing fine as well. Go ahead. Tell everybody on the Discord. Lord Looney. Yep. Let me go ahead. Make this Discord run. Because I only got 6 viewers. Nobody knows that I'm live yet again. Let's go ahead. Make this quick Discord run. LL. Cool K. Yeah. Let's do that. Little Discord run. What's up? Ghost Dog TV. Welcome in. Hello. Just gonna share the stream real quick. And while I do that, chit chat with yourselves. Trying to get everybody to come on over here. I got 7 people right now. Hope you all survived another week. And yes, Mother's Day is coming up. I want y'all to think of your moms. Think of what you're doing for Mom's Day. Because Mother's Day is this Sunday. As you know, it's a time where you do some nice things for your mother. Like take her out to dinner, give her gifts. All that good stuff for moms. Let her rest and let her watch what the hell she wants, or maybe kick back, watch some love this content with you, or give her some nice gifts. This is my suggestion. What my mom tunes be doing this weekend. Right now, she has gone to up north of my home state, Monroe, to attend my sister's after graduate college school graduation. Um, so be back tomorrow. What are we doing for her? We're gonna let her have her own time, and then I think Monday supposed to take her out to dinner. I'm gonna see the little nephew that night. Not gonna tell you how old he is. Um, but he's little. He's a baby. It's a boy. Is that you at the back sitting on Santa's lap? Yeah. These. I know y'all been asking this. These are pictures of way long ago. Okay. Um, very old pictures. Um, a few pictures date back in the 1990s. Hope y'all have a fun family time. Yeah, and I hope you celebrate your mom too, Sassy. Please. Uh, that's your homework for Mother's Day this weekend. And I want to see everybody do that. Um, and then come back to me next week and tell me what you did for Mom's Day. Because today, I really want to address. Hey, Salas, welcome in. Bush 1.0 era. Mm-hmm. Because today, I actually want to address how this whole. Oh, let's see. Sassy says, I'm celebrating her every month when I pay her bills. JK, she's, she will get something for her Mother's Day as well. Nice. Nice. She's going to have a great Mother's Day. I'm going to tell you that. Donald James X, welcome in. Heyo, what's going on? You had a great week. Merry Melodies. Hey, Nora. What's up, dude? Or whatever the hell you are. Welcome in. Can't tell. You, all I know is you're just a username on fucking YouTube. Hope you had a good time on the Majority Report. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome in. Um, Once I'm done making this quick Discord run, I am indeed a dude for the age of a dude. Oh, okay. Okay. Once I'm done with this Discord run, today I want to talk about how America 250 is so getting overrated. Oh, the UC Gamer. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat. Did I ever see you in the chat? Let me see. No. Oh, hey, the UC Gamer. Welcome in. This is your first time. Thank you for joining me. Um, Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. You'll be notified every time I go live. I put a premiere video, I put out an essay, or I put out a short video like I did last week at the um last week's stream. Oh, no, I've been here. I just changed my username. Oh, okay. What were you previously? Um, Now that you changed your name, you gotta be Delso Brody or something. My previous name is Ben Kelser. Oh, okay. So this must be your first time under that name. Annie, hello. We had a great conversation last week. Folks, she'll be back in mid-July, before her August primary. Yeah, we had a great conversation. We got to do the pretty reaction. Womp womp. Fuck. I'm almost finished. Um, with this Discord run real quick so I can tell everybody on Discord that I am live. Gotta do one more. Yeah, I enjoyed our conversation. Oh, excuse me. I did enjoy our conversation. Thank you so much, and we're gonna do it again in mid-July. And also, thanks for being a wonderful mom. And yes, if you could do me a favor, if you were not here last week, uh, looks like it'll just be me and my incumbent in the primary. Oh wow, damn, no challengers. That's good. If you were not here, looking forward to the victory party. If you were not here last week, and he announced her campaign. Um, there's ways to contact her for any questions. Uh, I'm going to read you the email for any questions on the campaign. Um, please email her. Um, Annie Fitz for wahouse@gmail.com. Call her by phone. Um, you can follow our campaign on the socials, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, on Upscrolled, donate to her Venmo. You can also subscribe to her Twitch channel and the YouTube channel. I believe it's going to start streaming soon. The Disabled Portrait. She's going to start throwing those links soon. Um, Please go ahead and give them a subscription on Twitch and YouTube. I appreciate it. Um, yes, she does accept donations, but not from fucking APAC. The Disabled Portrait on YouTube and Twitch. Go ahead, and I should go ahead and throw the links in the notes from last week's show. I forgot to do that. I gotta go ahead and work on that before I transition to my laptop. Um, yes. JK. No, no, it's not bad. I thought you were being for real. Okay. Anyway, I'm done with my Discord run. Call APAC and record it. So, yeah. Free Palestine. Also, free Lebanon and free Iran. Hermit Horologist. Hello. Welcome in. Um, Now, I'm gonna. Oh, wow. Breaking news. I guess Virginia Supreme Court just struck down a voter a bill is gonna do the same thing like every other state. Um, Hold on. Virginia's just struck down a voter approved map in a major win for the GOP. Another state that's gonna do the redistricting. I believe I have a video from the Humus Report about this. They just uploaded it about 36 minutes ago. Excuse me. We can watch it right now. And we can react to this because this is how the GOP wants to steal and lie. Um, Steal the elections for the primaries. You understand? Um, they're joining a bunch of states. Yes. Virginia just struck down a voter approval map. They're joining for another major win for the GOP. So that means, I think, yes, this is news from this morning, and I think they're going to join a bunch of states that are going to start redistricting, take away rights for voting by oh, excuse me, for African Americans to vote. And Oh, yeah, they just struck down the Supreme Court, struck down the gerrymandered maps, only in Virginia. Soul Life, welcome in. Thanks for being a wonderful mod. How am I gonna show you the hidden videos? I don't know, dude. The first time since 1952, I think. But let's watch the video. Um, and I think Mike will explain this. Mike from the Humus Report. If I can go ahead, let me turn the lights off real quick. Then we'll watch the video. Go ahead. All right, and we're gonna watch the video real quick. Turn the brightness up a little, and then here we go.
Well, we have some breaking news, and it is not the good kind. So, just a forewarning, if you're in a good mood, please don't watch this video. It is going to destroy your mood, and I won't be offended if you.
So, like, this is breaking news as of this morning. So this is what the hell Virginia is now doing.
Click away. I think that your mental health is more important than views, but it's a doozy. So, in a 4-3 decision, the Supreme Court of Virginia decided to strike down the new gerrymandered maps that voters just democratically selected. And this is taking place in the same week that the Supreme Court gave southern states the green light to gerrymander their majority black districts.
States like Louisiana and fucking Tennessee. You know, again, that you saw today on the majority report that a bunch of protesters burned the Confederate flag down in protest. Virginia, Tennessee doing their redistricting of voters, taking the rights to vote away from African Americans. Is this a different state that voted for new maps? This is Virginia. This is Virginia, and they did this as of this morning.
And in the same week that Tennessee Republicans just eliminated their representation for black
Cyrus, welcome in.
voters. Democrats aren't allowed to play that game, even if it's through democratic means. I just want to go through because Gavin Newsom, of all people, put out a tweet kind of summarizing the situation. So, Tennessee, no votes, but yet they got +1 GOP. They were able to gerrymander, and that's fine. Florida, no Democratic votes. People didn't choose this, but they got 4 additional seats thanks to the Calais decision from the Supreme Court where they struck down Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act.
Yes, and this is what happens when you're living in Tennessee, when you're living in Florida, when you're living in Missouri, when you're living in North Carolina, when you're living in Texas, and when you're living in Virginia, and also when you're living in Louisiana, where an asshole governor decides to suspend an election that's very important before you get a statewide recall petition to get your ass recalled. Well, Louisiana law states that I think you got to get over 2,600 signatures to get um, a political figure, whether it's local or state office, recalled. And then there would be a special election if if all the signatures are sent to the registrar's office in Baton Rouge, which is the state capital, Louisiana. Um, but that's going on right now, and this is the same thing. Louisiana is now the same thing. They fucked up. New Orleans's clerk of court office, I believe, they merged it with the circuit court just a couple minutes ago. I mean, no, not a couple of minutes ago, just a couple weeks ago. Calvin Duncan, a Democrat, was supposed to take that office, but then Louisiana said, "Fuck it, we're gonna merge that office into the clerk of court because there's too much court officers in New Orleans, and we don't give a fuck. We're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Fuck it." Now look what happens. You're facing lawsuits, and you're facing a statewide recall. But the election here is, I think, separate party, and people like me who are now registered as no party, formerly the independent, have to sign up to whether register no to vote as a Democrat or vote as a no party as a Democrat or no party as a Republican now. Uh, because otherwise, fuck it. I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do? Republicans don't give a fuck about destroying democracy. Dems need to fight back. Yes, they do. In Missouri, I helped get signatures to put on the ballot to keep that Missouri Dem seat. I don't know what will happen to it now. Yep, that's good on you, UC gamer. That is good on you. Calibrating. I'm sorry, I missed you. Welcome in. It the democracy war genes there now. They're now pantyhose. Fuck yeah, they are. We are always playing 4 steps behind. Yep. Donald James X, I think I said welcome to you. Welcome in again. This is so absolutely depressing and absurd. Yes, it is. Virginia did this in response to a conservative state that we're gerrymandering. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Um, they also did this in response to the big SCOTUS ruling that takes away the rights for African Americans to vote. Um, Ohio has been using illegal maps for years. Virginia should use their maps. And if they can't, then every law in the House passed by the Ohio margin should be thrown out. Yep. And this is why Ohio and Indiana now just went fucking MAGA, I believe, Tuesday night when they had their primaries. Was it Tuesday night when Ohio and Indiana had their elections? I think they went fucking red MAGA. The sad thing is the governor said they won't fight it. That's fucking sad. Type of blue states to gerrymander the fuck out of blue states now. No more red districts in blue states now. I hate gerrymandering. We have to fight back. Hell yeah. Yeah, those were primaries. Yeah. Oh, thank you, North Great. I signed inside the Tennessee House of Congress. It was disgraceful. Yeah, it was very disgraceful. And you saw the protesters burning the fucking Confederate flag. And that's good on the protesters burning the shit out of that flag because you know the Confederate flag is fucking racist. And it's a pretend flag. It's a fairy tale flag. Be right back. Okay. So if they won't fight, I hope Trump arrests them. Trump is not going to. Trump's not going to do shit. That might happen local stuff, but it most primaries for House candidates, I believe. Also, California is also doing it, but I don't. But I think they aren't going far enough. Doing everything legal possible. What? Wait a minute. California is also doing this. I I I don't think I've ever heard California doing the same thing.
Missouri, +1 GOP. Not a single vote cast to redraw that district. North Carolina, +2 GOP. Again, no votes cast to gerrymander the Democrats out of existence in that state.
Beth Evans, welcome in.
+5 GOP. Once again, no votes cast. Virginia, +4 Democrats. That one gets thrown out, even though it was by Democratic means. So let me just summarize the whole situation, okay?
Yeah, California voted for redistricting. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. I'm sorry, but it's fucked up. Why in the hell would California, which is a Democratic state, do that? That is a Democratic state who would just go pull the fucking race card and gerrymander and redistrict. That's fucked up. Oh, wait, but in a good way. Okay. Okay, okay, now I got you. There was at least talk of California doing counter quote, unquote, "counter gerrymandering." Yeah. Fight fire with fire.
I say all this to say that even if Democrats
No, they did it in response to Texas only voters voted for it. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Yeah, Cali had a valid vote that got passed, but a temporary and to counter Texas. Oh, okay, now I see. Because this now happens days after the California governor's debate, which to me was a total shit show. But I don't know. I gotta side with Tom Steyer on the California debate.
go about things the right way. They put it up to a vote to suspend their independent redistricting commissions, which no red states have, mind you. But even if they put it up to a vote, apparently still it gets struck down because Republicans have to have the system rigged in their favor.
True.
Otherwise, they can't win. It is just fucking infuriating. And I can't help but feel like this is a soft or cold civil war in some way. Like we're actually seeing the Confederacy rise again because they are taking over the fucking country by any means necessary. And I can't help but think Democrats in Virginia just should ignore this decision. I mean, the rule of law is essentially optional at this point in time. Republicans don't follow it. Republican states don't follow decisions of their own courts. Trump doesn't follow the
Exactly.
decisions of courts. So if they're openly defying the law in courts, Democrats have to do the same thing because we're past this conversation about preserving democracy. Democracy's dead. This is a fight for survival. And right now, the Confederates are winning. They're taking over the country. And right now, as bad as Republicans are doing, they have an advantage going into November's elections. Like they are going to have a much more cushy majority now, and not just like 1 to 2 seats like they did have, because of all the fuckery that's going on. And
Yes. And all the fuckery that's going on was, should I say, um, done by racist assholes that were voted by boomers who support MAGA. Okay. And also boomers who support Trump. Okay. Oh, it's my noise cancellation. Um, it's fine on my end. Uh, anyway, the California debate was such an embarrassment. Is the best Cali, those candidates is the best Cali can offer to their citizens. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yes, it was a shit show. The moderators, were fucking terrible, and it was like, let them fight all they want, let them attack each other. We don't give a fuck. We can't even stop them. We don't even have the balls to fucking stop them. It was like, the Democrat governor candidates attack each other debate show. Yeah, I already read that. Okay. Yeah, Seth Evans is just rarely called quote unquote violence or seen as anything but business as usual, quote unquote. When it's violent as a political state directed to stopping any challenge to that rule. The California gerrymandering was always unambitious, accounted the fact that Republican states pre-announced that they would do more gerrymandering. That Texas was never the only battlefield. Yes, yes, you are right. You are absolutely right. The internet is really bad for brains, absolutely, when it comes to fucking politics. Um, and you can blame it on fucking social media when people start spreading fake news, okay? And when social media starts jumping on the fucking fake news train with mainstream media and right wing outlets like Fox News, Newsmax, or OAN, or online right wing idiots like Tim Pool or fucking Ben Shapiro or the fucking Daily Wire. I gotta name a few. Excuse me. But that's just to name a few, which was corruptly kept out. Social media being so oriented about around hyperbole, upsetting people and information. Yep, very true.
What's crazy is that Republicans are doing a victory lap because they know what decades of rat fuckery and rigging and just they're seeing it all come to fruition. Their vision is coming to fruition, and we are getting blown the fuck out by them. So Democrats have to stop playing the game by the rules that are written by Republicans. It's time for them to take the gloves off and just ignore this fucking court. Proceed as usual with
Yep.
all of the people, because you know what? If Republicans and Confederate states, if they get to just gerrymander Democrats out of existence, white, black majority districts off the map like that, sorry, we don't play that game either in blue states. We have to go out of our way to disenfranchise every fucking Republican voter in our states to match Republicans. So that way the Confederates don't take over the country. I mean, in Oregon, we don't have that much Republicans. We've got one district, and that is
Damn.
second district. It's held by Cliff Bentz, a Republican. It's in Eastern Oregon. Draw that bitch into urban areas, dilute the power of Republican voters. Every fucking state, I don't care if it's just one seat, gerrymander them out of existence. You have to fight fire with fire because they're winning. They're taking over.
Yes, fight fire with fire. But what the hell happens in 2028? We don't know if there's a 2028 election. We'll see if there is a 2028 fair election. You know, what if Trump lives to be like, oh, I'm gonna run for a third term. Let me run for a third term, and then I'll get the fuck out of politics. I don't think he's gonna live that long. He's gonna fucking die. There'll be election theater only. Time will only fucking tell. Why write an election and a candidate primary? That is an unknown question. I'm strongly considering writing it Butch Ware in the primary and somewhere and then actually voting for someone in the general. I have little faith in the American voter. Well, most of the American voters are mostly fucking boomers who keep voting for the same fucking thing over and over and over and over again. For APAC backed candidates, and other side, Trump or MAGA backed candidates that want to fucking, not do shit and always want that corporate money. Okay? It's just what it is. Until we get these boomers to understand to stop voting for these fuckers who want to side with the rich and not give and start giving a damn about their own constituents, this is what's going to happen. Also, although I'm filming the screen where the video is playing, I did not realize that's why the audio was like that. Yep. Stop removing agency away. Go organize with your local organizers and political groups and work to form large coalitions. Yes, you form a very, very accurate point in our great. You people need to go organize local organizers. Go work to form large coalitions against APEC idiots and also MAGABAC idiots and tell them tax the fucking rich. Stop seeing your agency as an individual force and become one with the greatest source of unfilled agency. Yep, Yep. How far is Sire DJX? Nah, I don't know. That's a good question for DJX, not me.
The fucking country, and they are changing laws. And I made this point on Twitter, but think about the people who are trying to rule over us. If, for whatever reason, the United States ever balkanized and every single state became their own country, within a matter of weeks, southern states would quickly devolve into some of the most repressive totalitarian regimes.
This is the very definition of totalitarianism.
They all become white ethno states, all enact apartheid style laws. They would do ethnic cleansing. Potentially, they would become Christian theocracies where they resort to, Old Testament style punishments where they cut off your hands for stealing and they'd start burning witches at the cross again. I mean, the people that want to take over the country, who are in the process of taking over the country, I mean, I say it as if it hasn't already happened, but these people, they are fucking psychotic.
Yes, they are.
We can no longer be constrained by the rules that are allowing them to flourish because the rules are rigged in their fucking favor. They rig the rules in their favor. The whole system is rigged in their fucking favor. The Electoral College lets them assume power even though they get less fucking votes. The Senate stacked in their fucking favor. And now the House is going to be stacked in their favor too. I mean, how much of this are we going to take before the country just fucking breaks apart? Again, it feels like a cold civil war.
I don't want to stop. I want to stop this ad right now. All right, hold on. While this ad plays, come back here for a second. So he was right.
Pen fixed what $1,000 worth of creams couldn't because this yellow. No shots have been fired yet.
So I want to stop the video for 1 second because of the ad. It's actually right. A couple of things, and yes, UC Gamer, the primary is super important to vote in that circumstance. Yes, it's very important for voters to vote in the primary right now because this is our chance to try to have maybe the Democrats take control of the House and finally do what they should have done, or what should have happened in the first term of Donald Trump. Get his ass impeached. Get his ass impeached. And also, I want to see JD Vance and the whole Trump administration get impeached. And every single fucking MAGA Republican, I want them all impeached. States should now ignore federal laws. Yes, they should, Rusty. Yes, they should. I'm not sure what you mean by your last sentence. You get to the state level and then work with your other states, and vague problems can't be solved. Not sure about that sentence. No, just chit chatting in the chat. I can see. But Rusty does make a good point about states should now ignore federal law. If they had the balls to do it, I mean, they would now stop following federal laws. They should ignore them, but only if they had the balls to stop following regular federal laws,
And I hope that it never comes
like the fucking redistricting, for example.
to that. They're very clearly trying to defeat us and disenfranchise all of us. And I don't think that we should just take that line down. I think we have to fight fire with fire and disenfranchise them first. Okay? Listen, if you are a Republican watching this and you don't like what I'm saying, well, thank your party. Because you know what? Democrats, to their credit, for all the faults that they have, they actually proposed
Yes,
national legislation that would end gerrymandering.
exactly.
Every single state would have their own independent redistricting commission. So every 10 years, a nonpartisan body draws up those districts. So it's fair. And do you want to know how many Republicans supported that? Zero, because they don't want things to be fair.
Exactly. Exactly. He's right. You can thank your party for fucking it up. Okay? Because your party's, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, does not give zero fucks about you. Blue states should pledge to defund federal government. They should. But you make a good point right here. Uh, the problem is that the establishment Democrats won't do that. Yep, they won't. They'll never do it. Sorry to tell you. Not even Republicans. They're not going to do shit. No one in both parties are going to do shit. Mike's guest on Lepus Monday last night has info on all the local elections. Yeah, I did see that. Um, Callie, that was a great discussion on Lepus Monday last night. Um, and the info was actually good. Shout out to Mike. He went way all the way in on Roberts and the court and their BS in the video that he put out earlier today. This is the video we're watching, Silas. This is the video we're watching. We ultimately might be fucked in the end, but there's no excuse to not try. Most of us here are trying because we care. We're trying, but again, we might be fucked. Rusty, also the problem is also that we need federal funding for a lot of state programs. Definitely join DSA. Yep. Please consider joining DSA. I mean, and yes, please find your local DSA. Join up with your local DSA immediately. I support DSA. Me too. Oh, you got your card? Oh, good. You can't win by planning losing. Did everybody stop playing video games? Yeah. Well, most have stopped playing video games. I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna play video games. Fuck it.
They know that the system has to be unfair. Otherwise, this minority party, which to even call it a party, this is just an extremist hate group at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Banned in, it was banned in Germany post World War II. That's what this fucking party is. It's fucking glorified KKK. But like, they didn't want the rules to be fair, so they opposed it. And now
what he is talking about, I believe, is either the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. But I highly believe Mike is talking about the Republican Party, which has turned itself into the fucking hate group and the fucking KKK party of itself. The good old racist party. Or should you add? Full of fucking racists.
the Democrats were starting to pick up the pace and suspend their own independent districts that they have, or committees that redraw districts. They suspended it so they can make it a little bit more fair. Since Republicans are rat fucking, Republicans started calling it undemocratic and shit. It's just like they're fucking with us. Like they're fucking with us. That's the point.
Yes, it is.
They know that what they're doing is disingenuous. They know that what they're doing is unfair and undemocratic. They don't give a fuck. They care about power and power only at the end of the
Exactly.
day. And there's a comment from, I want to say, the Speaker of the Virginia House. I'm not sure who said it. And also a comment from the governor, Abigail Spanberger. And basically her sentiment is, yeah, this is really
Watching this one.
but someone needed to create.
Oh God, really?
Black musicians from all walks of life to
I'm sorry to do this, but I don't need to listen to religious advertising. Okay? I don't need to listen to religious advertising. I'm sorry. But teaching more about black history is more important than listening to fucking religious bullshit.
No action can be taken. I think the speaker said we're going to respect their decision. Like hell you will. The people of your state.
Yes. And the comment there was actually bullshit from the Speaker of Virginia.
Voted for these new maps. not because they want to see their state gerrymandered into oblivion, but because there's no choice. If Republicans are going to do it, you have to do it as well, because at the federal level, if we don't, the Confederates are going to take over. So that was struck down.
Which is what is happening in fucking Tennessee and some other states in the fucking South.
Of the people is being ignored. So you have a responsibility as elected officials of your states to ignore the body that is trying to subvert democracy. People in Virginia voted, okay? That has to stand. If Florida can just cook up these racist maps with not a single vote being cast,
and it's all thanks to fucking Rhonda fucking Sleep, aka Ron DeSantis. Well, I'm gonna put out these all racist maps. Understand? Because I love talking about woke, and also it's all the things I talk about when I go on Fox News. That's because I can't stop talking about woke, and it's just I don't give a shit about what you say. My supporters are very stupid, and they're a bunch of fucking Florida hillbillies that live in swamps, whether they live in Miami, which is a fucking big rich ass city, or if they live in the fucking hillbilly swamplands or whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll just talk about woke this, woke that, and whatever the fuck you may have it because the woke left is so upset. Blah 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 blah. If you now excuse me, I'm about to go get ready for my Fox News interview. So goodbye, woke lefties. From your good friend Ron DeSantis, Mister. I love talking about woke.
why can't the same be done in blue states? Again, it's because the system is created with this advantage embedded institutionally for Republicans. And we just cannot tolerate that anymore. Democracy, it's
Let me see. I'm reading chats. um, Riverboat Jack's community is very good with helping folks join DSA, especially when your local chapter is not great. Yeah, I've watched Riverboat Jack. I think Wednesday night. I'm not sure. She talked about that California debate. DSA isn't perfect, but they're one of the largest organizations fighting back. Yep, yep, yep. I get very frustrated and I can't involve with one nearby, but it feels like I am exerting so much energy trying to find some way I can do something useful without doing anything useful. You guys are right. Whatever I can do is better than nothing, but it's just so stressful to see the clock ticking, and I'm just here for full of important rage. Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna get my damn chat to stop fucking with me. Yeah, thanks for the suggestions and brainstorming to that's the ending. Thank you so much. But they said they would. Yeah, they said. And then they just find to work and then they just work to find a way to contribute that doesn't eat away at your humanity that because that's kind of counterproductive. Yep, that's very true. That's very, very true. You're not wrong there.
died because of these institutional advantages. So it's a fight for survival. It's a race to the bottom. Don't give a fuck. Don't really care. Ignore the shit out of that decision and
Yep, yep. That what he just said is absolutely true. It should also be said that this is not the end. As a country, we have been in a lot worse shape in the past. This is why America 250 is being over you know, fucking marketed with these big ass companies who want to go ahead and tell you celebrate America's 250 in July. It's over fucking marketed. It's over fucking rated. I mean, America 250 my ass. And it's on Trump's fucking birthday week? Who gives a shit? They're doing this because they see the massive blue wave. We have to strengthen numbers. Yeah, they could because they're fucking scared that they're gonna get their asses kicked in November. They know it. because we're so scared that we're gonna get our asses kicked in November if we don't do these redistricting, if we don't do this restricting shit in all states. We could get our asses kicked, and then our dear leader, our dick sucking old grandpa, Donald Trump, could be impeached, including the fat hillbilly man, JD Vance, and everybody in the Trump administration. We gotta do this now before, they kick our asses in November. Let's do it. Come on. We gotta do it. America 250, what's that? Oh, it's a way for the Republicans to tell you, hey, let's go celebrate America's 250. Yeah, we're shoving it up your fucking throats. Why don't you come join Donald Trump and the entire MAGA community and celebrate America's 250th birthday? Who gives a fuck about you and your feelings? For a second there, I thought you were doing an Obama voice. Nah, I wasn't doing that. But like I said, who gives a fuck about America 250? Pumpkin French toast with Burma cameraman soup broke my soul in a good way. Oh. Yeah, UC Gamer is right, Sass. You're not alone. It's all hell everywhere. I've been seeing more and more America merchant stores. Yeah. I mean, you're seeing it everywhere. In fucking, I believe, car commercials, some commercials that put this America 250 logo on it, and I believe some places where you see this fucking ugly ass logo that says America 250. I don't give a fuck. I will not celebrate it. Okay? I will not celebrate it. I don't care. Our Constitution has been a failure for what? 250 years? It's time for a new one. We need a new one, bitches. And we need it now.
Those justices stack the state court. I'm not sure what the state laws are. I don't give a fuck. Ignore the law. Do what you need to do. Enact that map. And every other blue state needs to act right now. I mean, look at what they're doing in some of these states. Canceling private.
Mike actually released a video before this one that looks at young people and how they're just exhausted and the system failing them. We could watch that next.
40,000 votes that have already been cast because you know what? These new districts, they're more racist and they're less representative for black voters. So we got to make sure that we go with that before November.
Yes.
Because we can't wait until 2028. We need to make sure we eliminate all representation for minorities now. Like, this is what we're dealing with. This is what we are up against. Nazi, Confederate, inbred cousin fucking dipshits.
Like this guy from fucking Tennessee. What the actual fuck is there to celebrate? Nothing. Nothing. There is actually nothing to celebrate. And there's just actually nothing to celebrate. It's just a fantasy. It's a fantasy celebration for fucking white racists that get their stupid asses out there by saying, "Yay, let's celebrate! Oh, White People Day! We're gonna go celebrate by having barbecues and shooting fireworks. And, doing the America way we've been doing for 250 years on All White People Day, which is every July 4th of the summer months." Yeah, really, Independence Day should be renamed All White People Day because all the white racists love their quote unquote freedom. That's what I would love to have July 4th, Independence Day, be renamed. Because that shit is for fucking white racists. Put a 1 if you agree with me that Independence Day should be fucking renamed All White Racist Day. If Ryan running for office to fight back, yes. Yes. To fight back the fucking racists. Like this guy, for instance, from fucking Tennessee.
Who are trying to take over the country. Shouldn't say trying because they did take over the country. So now it's just a matter of like, are we just gonna let them steamroll us? I'm so fucking pissed off by this. It is so bad. Like the voting rights getting gutted. The Calais decision was disastrous enough, but this is just like them spitting in our eyes at this point. And if you go on Twitter, you see Ted Cruz posting gifs of
Runaway
crying
Ted Cruz.
just because we're mad that our country is being destroyed by these fucking people, and they just
Runaway Ted Cruz is so pissed we're doing this. He doesn't give a shit what we're doing. He just loves to run away to Mexico. Well, we love doing it. I love doing it, even though I don't understand about my daughter being a lesbian or bisexual, whatever you name it. It's just, I love doing it so I can let my constituents freeze in the state of Texas and I can enjoy the warm, sunny weather in Cancun, Mexico. Yeehaw!
they're spitting in our eyes at this fucking point, and I'm sick of it. I don't think we should continue to take it. So here's what I say: if you are in a democratic state, gerrymander these motherfuckers out of existence, dilute the vote of every single Republican, disenfranchise every single Republican that we can, do voter suppression, do whatever the fuck you got to do
Yes.
to make sure Republicans can't win. If there's a Republican majority district, make sure there's less polling booths. I mean, do whatever the fuck they do, because again, it's a fight for survival at this point. Every single
Yes, it is.
Republicans draw them out. If you can't, Virginia, ignore the fuck out of your state Supreme Court. It's time to get real dirty because they got dirty. And look, none of us on this side wanted it this way. We don't want it this way. I wanted independent redistricting committees. They don't. So we have to work with what we've got. And it's a fucked up system where you've got to play dirty, you've got to ignore the courts. Because if we don't, then the Confederate Nazis who are taking over the country get more power. So I just think that that's not acceptable. So, yeah, that's the news. Maybe I'll have more updates for you throughout the weekend. Either way, devastating news. And this is something that cannot be tolerated.
Yes, it should. 100%. Hold on a second. Yeah. Um, yeah, so if anybody from Virginia is fucking watching me right now, um, if you're watching me right now and you live in Virginia, it's time for you to wake the fuck up. Time to ignore your state law. Right now, it is time for you to fight back. It is time for you. Charming penguins, welcome in. It is time for you to tell these fuckers we've had enough. You are corrupt. You fuckers are stupid. You fuckers are fucking dick suckers to Donald Trump. And you don't give a fuck about your constituents. And tell these motherfuckers to step down. I hope you got the message. If you're watching me from anybody that's watching me from Virginia, I hope you got the message. I'm really curious what Don Scott is thinking by not challenging this. I'm curious too, to be honest with you. Governor is Spartan Spanberger. Tell the court to kick rocks. Yeah, tell the court to kick fucking rocks. I might have no choice but to vote for Steyer. Don't want Burka or Hilton there at all. Yeah, there's also Katie Porter in the mix too, DJ X. I don't know if you want her too, but she did fucking fail. Um I believe she failed in that debate. Uh on being asked if she'll tax the rich. And what she said, well, she was asked, will you tax, the question was, will you tax the rich? What was her answer? No. Her answer was no. Spanberg, it's time for you to get your burgers. Exactly. I read that already. Yes, Spanberger should tell him to fuck up. Yep. I read that Porter has shown to be a favorite to favor Israel, and she voted to censor Rashiba Tlaib. Yep. Absolutely true. Like every other Israel back candidate, you cannot trust Katie Porter at all. I'm sorry. Katie Porter is awful. Doesn't even want to support a billionaire. Tax fucking awful. Yep. It's awful. I mean, she's another one of those Israel supporting fucking snowflake candidates that just wants to, say, hey, California, will you join the rest of the nation in supporting Israel? Like, come on, let's do it. If you're in California, I would be voting for Tom Steyer. Brent even did a really great interview with Steyer. FWIW. Yeah, she did a really great interview with Tom Steyer. Um, we can't comply with corruption. Yeah, we can never comply with corruption. Halt the economy until the fuckery stops. Yes, even the Dow. I would put a 1, but I think you could workshop the name a bit more. Yeah, I could workshop it a little more. Um, but I still think July 4th is basically a fucking holiday for mostly white people day. For whites that are totally fucking racist. Um, recall the Virginia Supreme Court. Yeah, and please also recall most other state Supreme Courts who are voting for this redistricting shit. Katie Porter loves to abuse her husband, from what I heard. Really? Holy shit. That's really fucked up. Now, this is why you can't vote for Katie Porter. If you're living in California, do not vote for a husband abuser or someone who does not want to tax the billionaires. Do not do that. That is a no-no. That's a fucking no-no. KP Espero, yep. Okay, so Nick UC Gamer said this, that Mike put out a video before this about how young people are so depressed with the late stage capitalism. And yes, I can say that they're very exhausted. But UC Gamer says, yeah, there was an article where she threw mashed potatoes at her husband and called her a fucking idiot. What? Are you serious? Please find it. Please find it. So I can read this shit for you. um, yes. So let's see what this was from yesterday, I believe. What did the husband do? Donate to Trump? Like UC Gamer said, I believe there was an article. He said there was UC Gamer said there was an article where she threw mashed potatoes at her husband and called her a fucking idiot. How is she still appearing in public without this being the only topic people know about her? Well, let's just say she loves being she loves the attention. Ever since leaving Congress? Men can be idiots, let's be real. Yeah. You're not wrong on that, Rusty. Oh, Mike saw the video. There was very sad. The video was very sad. I want to hug those people and tell them to join DSA and organize. Yeah, I'm about to play that right now for you. We can react to that right now. Um,
You would stop this? Even had a few screws left over.
we're not gonna listen to that. Now all the articles I found were from Fox News, New York Post, and TMC, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to read anything from Fox News or from anything from the New York Post. I might take something from TMC, but I don't care for Fox News articles or New York Post articles. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I know Fox News, New York Post is like every other fucking mainstream media outlet, and especially all right wing outlets. I'm not gonna read it. The one I link is from TMC. Okay. All right. So I want to warn you now. This video is very depressing, and makes thoughts of suicide. Um, in this next video, I want to remind you, if you have somebody, if you or someone you know has thoughts or feelings of suicide, you can call or text 988, the National Suicide Hotline, and you can talk to somebody, or you or somebody can talk to somebody that can help you or someone help clear your minds of suicidal thoughts. Again, that's 988. So yeah, content warning, depression, suicidal thoughts. Again, that number is 988, the National Suicide Hotline. For you or someone you know has suicidal thoughts, call that number, text the number. You can go ahead and talk to somebody, and yeah, maybe get some help and clear your mind from suicidal thoughts. With that, let's get going. Does ice cream wrestling qualify as spook fighting? Yeah, maybe. Thank you. Hey, my pleasure.
Just woken up one day and realized that this was not the life that they were meant to live. I don't have my will to live anymore. Being alive is expensive, and I feel like I'm finding myself questioning often, what is the point of being alive if I can't afford to live? And what if I said that my soul is tired and I no longer want to participate? I feel broken. Like, I feel like I've lost all motivation to live and to try to achieve things because I really don't feel like it matters. And I feel like all of this is a filthy scheme and trick. I feel lonely as fuck because all I have the energy to do is go to work and go home and go to bed. I've only been alive for less than 3 decades, and I've already lost almost all will to live and passion and drive. I want to know what the light at the end of the tunnel is, other than maybe a measly 7 days of PTO. I don't blame American young workers quiet quitting because what are we even working for? We can't afford families. Are we just working to bomb Middle East better? Pay for Elon Musk's child support? Make Jeff Bezos' wife's face slightly more frozen?
Oh my God. I I am so sorry. But yeah, quiet quitting is very based. absolutely 100% quiet quitting is based. Um, but I just want to give them a hug. I wanna I really wanna give them a hug because that shit is also very depressing. I mean, and you think I would just go ahead and put on an impersonation, for someone that's, suffering with those types of thoughts, even though quiet quitting is, you know, quiet quitting is really based. I'm not gonna do that. That's not a joke. Because suicide and suicidal thoughts are not a joke. That is really depressing. It's just sad. And again, I want to give those poor people a hug. And I want to tell them how sorry I am for them. And I wanted to tell them that you guys are based and you guys um, are brave enough to speak up for yourselves and telling most of your viewers that you are exhausted and you are tired of fucking capitalism and these rich ass billionaires that's sucking the life out of you. And they're trying to take a social life away. It's really sad. Let's continue.
You just heard from several young Americans who are open about the fact that late stage capitalism has completely stripped them of their will to live. And I just find it so sad that you could even
Me too.
sense how all of the energy and life force has been sucked out of them because slaving away for a corporation has basically become the totality of their existence. And it's very clearly taking a toll on them. There's no time for friends or hobbies. And when you finally do have days off, you're too tired to do anything because you've been working so hard. And even though you spend most of your waking days working,
And this is why I stream for a hobby and for a living. And yes, I do other things for a living and um like travel. I like hanging out with real life friends too. I like bowling, and bowling is another one of my hobbies. Um, doing chores is a hobby, and yeah, you gotta think of hobbies instead of overworking yourself and following your asses and taking away your social life for capitalism. Or like, for example, getting like 5 fucking jobs that won't give you any time for any hobbies or social life. You know, it's really important that you have a hobby and have a social life and have some friends. And it's really important that you do so. And if they have the time, why don't you, ask your friends? They're like, hey, can we hang out? And where you want to go? Mm, I mean, it's all on you. We need a 4-day work week. Yep, we do. We absolutely need that 4-day work week. Uh, Politicians have been trying for years to get this 4-day work week deal, but nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. Just like they've been trying to abolish daylight savings time. 2-day work week, 5-day weekend. Yeah. But yes, but again, nothing has happened. There comes a point where capitalism is just slavery with extra steps. Yes, it is. One girl in this has 3 jobs. She's still facing eviction. That's not a personal failure. It's a systematic one. Shit. You know, that's also sad. I want to add on that, you know, having multiple jobs is not gonna get you anywhere if you're trying to pay your uh your house bills, your electric bills, your health insurance bills, you name it. Um, and you're trying to make a living. You need to, and you want to, have a big social life, whether it's with your partner or it's with your friends, and you want to fucking, hang out and do stuff. Make corporate gig employment illegal? Yes. Yes. 100%. 100 fucking percent. Make it illegal. And get these billionaires to fucking jail. See what they're doing to these young people.
You're still only barely able to just get by if you're lucky. It's a rough life to live. And after a certain amount of time, human beings begin to break down under this ruthless, monotonous system because we're not supposed to be living like this. We're more than just cogs in a machine, but when we're treated as nothing more than a means to an end for rich people, only to be discarded when our usefulness is up, it really starts to get to you. Some people internalize it and they question whether or not something's wrong with them, or if they're doing something wrong, or if they're responsible for their own suffering. Others, they know that it's not their fault, but they still feel hopeless because what can they do about it? Now, the thing that's so sad about the people that we heard from in particular is that they're all so young. I mean, this is not something I would wish on anyone, regardless of their age, but they're so young, they're in the primes of their lives, and they should be enjoying their lives. But they can't because the system that was forced on them before they were born requires them to be as productive as possible at all times so they can survive, even though they're never ever going to see the fruits of their labor. And there's a difference between working to live and living to work. And it's gotten to the point where people really are just living to work. And if their bodies end up breaking down at some point from all of this work that they're doing, it's easier for corporations to just replace them with different low wage workers, which is why they don't bother to invest in their employees'
And they won't give a fuck.
health and offer them health insurance because corporations realize that turnover is actually better for them because fostering loyalty with long-term employees is actually less cost efficient. Employees with seniority, they're eventually going to expect to climb the corporate ladder and ask for a raise if they've been with the company for long enough, whereas new workers, they're just going to be happy to have a job at all after they've been searching for months.
Yes, absolutely true. I mean, what are you going to do about it if you're a new worker? What were you going to say? Like, oh, I just found this job and I'm happy about it. And then all of a sudden, months later, say, oh, I am losing it because the fucking corporation is not treating me well anymore like they used to. I'll be right back. I need to reboot. Yeah, please. Please, take your time. Uh, Workers must form co-ops. Yes. Okay, so there's a snag here. It's not actually more cost efficient. Um, it just keeps the dynamic and the same. Yep, we need guns and stuff like apprentice and opposite. So true. At least these power and their power. I keep saying the nationalize big tech and do it now before becoming too powerful to handle. Like YouTube, for example. Rigging election closes the lid on hope we need revolt. Yep. Yeah, it's a systematic problem because collectivizing is the only way out. We had a local punk show to raise money to a community member repair our house and prevent him from losing it. Nice. Um. Okay. Yes. I.
When you have a system that treats human beings like they're disposable, it's no wonder why so many people feel completely hopeless. And I want to play some extended portions of those videos that you saw, of some of them at least. And even though they're heartbreaking, I think that these stories are important because it's important to keep in mind These are no longer exceptions. These stores.
Oh, Jesus. Really? Why? Why? Why we gotta play ads?
It takes 90 seconds.
Why we gotta play ads?
AC cool down your room.
Shut up.
Are the norm.
I go 2 out of my 3 jobs today. Not today, but this weekend. I work overnight today, and then tomorrow morning I'll come home.
Oh, shit. Really? Looks like, the way I can tell, she's a fucking nurse that works overnight and she's exhausted. She can't even have a social life.
Get a couple hours of sleep. I'll go to one of my jobs, and then once I clock out of that job, I'll be going straight to another overnight shift. And like, I hardly want to go because it's like so clear that like I can't even obviously like cover my fucking necessities, and I just. The annoying part is that I did everything right. I did everything I was supposed to do. I studied in high school. I got good grades. I had a decent ACT. I filled out the little FAFSA form so I could go to a good college. I went to a good college. When I got into that good college,
Thanks, Sassy. See you later.
A useful degree that I knew would benefit me in the long run. I got a degree in business finance, specifically business
Yes, that's
information. I can't go wrong with that. Well, now it's 2026, and I met with a job market that even if there are openings, they're probably not legitimate. They're ghost postings. And if you do want to apply to it, guess what? Everybody and their brother also applied to it. So you better make sure you have an ATS optimized resume. You know the CEO's brother. You've done a handshake with the Crossroads demons, and you pray to the almighty God that you can even get a call back or so much as a rejection email, because half the time you don't even get that. Then let's say that you're lucky enough to actually get that job. Well, the odds of you actually being able to keep that job, not very likely, because companies are inevitably going to lay you off because they're going to realize that AI can take your job, or they're going to send your position overseas and pay them about a third of what they have to pay you. What they do.
She's not.
Pay you.
Oh, she's not wrong there. You know it's going to be true. You know you're going to be like, oh, employed for a couple months, and then all of a sudden, the corporation's going to be like, oh, we're going to send your job overseas, or we're just going to, lay you off altogether because what we're fucking doing is we don't give a fuck about you or your job that you've been happily employed with us for months. So what we're going to do, you have two choices. We can send your job overseas, or we can fucking fire your ass all together, so we can make more money. All together. All together. And I feel really sad for these people as you continue to listen to them right now. I really, really feel sad. I can't remember the user term. I guess it would be gendered bebop. Mm-hmm. Um, okay.
Is absolute peanuts for the degree and experience that you have. Afford houses. We can't afford gas to put in our car. Inflation is ever rising. Interest rates are rising. We have an administration
Yes.
that doesn't give a fuck about us. American dream.
Yes. Yes, she's absolutely right. We have an absolute goddamn administration full of fucking clowns that does not give a fuck about us, and it's at a meaningless war with Iran and Lebanon, and there's other wars going on too. And he absolutely and Trump absolutely fucking lied on his promises. And oil, gas prices are going up thanks to his fucking meaningless war. And the stock market is headed for depression. And he wants his meaningless goddamn ballroom. Now that he tore down the East Wing of the White House, he wants this fucking meaningless ballroom that no one wants and no one asked for. But the Dow is over $50,000 when in reality it's below $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. And see, y'all are burning money to replace humans with robots. Yes. You could take Amazon for example. For example, Amazon is fucking eliminating jobs from humans and replacing them with robots. if that program ever gets completed, he's gonna be even more insanely unhappy because then the fighting would be over. Yes, yes. Seems we're being conditioned to accept reality. Like if we see a nuke in our lifetime, would we be really shocked, or is it expected? It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. To be honest with you,
is fucking dead. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. There is no amount of hard work that is going to reverse what the last 10 years of this fucking economy has done.
democracy is fucking dead, and she is right about what she just said.
I'm a hard worker. I'm one of the hardest workers you will ever meet. I will work my absolute dick into the dirt. I have a full-time corporate job. I do pet sitting on the side, and I also have my own
What are you?
photography, videography, and media. Guess what?
Yes, she said. Yes, she said dick into the ground. What are you gonna do, YouTube? Are you gonna censor that out? Are you gonna fucking kill my stream? What are you gonna do? You gonna press your fucking censor button? I don't think so. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, YouTube. You've been fucking with a lot of people. Don't fuck with me. You don't have the right to fuck with me. You've been fucking with me for years.
It's still not enough. It's never gonna fucking be enough. I'm just so sick. I'm so burnt out, and I don't know what the long-term solution is because the thought of having to do this for the next 40 years, watching the way that, like,
Yeah, 40 years. 40 years. Think about it. In 40 years, this shit would continue. But, who knows what would happen in 40 years?
our world leaders and the economy and generational wealth being hoarded by the top 10%. Like, what if I say that I don't want to take part in a system that is ultimately not like for humanity? So devastating stories all around, yet relatable.
Yes.
We've all been in that position or are still in that position, and it just sucks. You feel like there's nothing you can do. You feel like you're trapped. And I think that that last comment is a thought that we've all had. Like, what if we just quit, even though we know that we can, because this capitalist system was imposed on us without our consent. And the problem is that there's no way to check out of this system if we actually want to survive.
Boom, LT9K gets canceled. Be careful. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful.
So we're locked in and we're forced to swim as hard and as fast as we can if we don't want to drown. And even if you do what you're supposed to do, you go to college, you get good grades in school so you can get some scholarships, you try to find work that is tailored to your degree. Even if you don't have a degree, but you went for a trade, you're just a good worker, it doesn't matter. Nobody is going to come into the system without getting chewed up and spit back out. And even though as individuals we have to subject ourselves to perpetual exploitation basically to survive, having this system is indeed a choice. And I think that that is an important thing to say. The powers that be have decided that pure unadulterated capitalism where you put profits above people is necessary in order to produce endless wealth for oligarchs. It is their choice to create a system and perpetuate a system that functions this way. And they're
Exactly. Exactly. 100%. 100%. And they want birth rate to increase. Yeah, explain why. Explain why Roe v. Wade got overturned a couple years ago. Blame the fucking Democrat. No, not the Democrats. I'm sorry. Blame the fucking Republicans who are running SCOTUS right now. Quote, too tired to live, too scared to die. Oh no. New economic bill rights, but that seems so far away right now. Yeah, that's really, really far away. I would not be talking about that right now, but it's really too far away to say when that's going to come along.
reason why they're prioritizing the wants of the few over the needs of the many is because democracy, much like everything else these days, has become another commodified venture for rich people. And think about why that, dude. Guess how much?
Oh my, what? No, nobody cares. Okay.
Is why nothing seems to change in this stage in our system. Our system, from the start, it incentivized greed and endless growth.
corporations, they don't just slow down once they become mega corporations and gobble up all of the competition. They then have to find different ways to increase profits year after year after they've already become monopolies. So what do? They might start to cut labor and benefits for employees. They begin to get into politics to lobby politicians for tax cuts and to slash regulation so that way they can cut corners to save even more money and increase profits. But in order to influence politicians to make these changes, they have to make sure that they grease the wheels of the system itself and take over democracy by basically drowning out everyone else's voices so that way they get what they want and we don't.
Yes, it's true. And also, you see, Gamer, thank you for mentioning this. And let me read your comment. The reason why I mentioned this video is because you meant it's sad right now. It's sad right now, but you're not the only one. It's not your fault. This is the settlement of the entire country, and if everyone feels this way, there's power in that. This is the first step of organizing. Yes, 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 it is. It's the first step to organizing against corporations. Telling these corporations we've had enough. I don't know what the hell you're doing. You need to stand with your fucking human employers, get rid of these robots, and start supporting people that work for you. I hope Mandane could be a catalyst for a social program, hoping he could set into precedents. I hope so too, because basically he's been kicking ass. That dude is a real mayor. That dude is a kick-ass mayor. He does not take shit from the mainstream media and fucking right-wing outlets. He does not take shit from them. He only spits out facts. He really does not care about what MSM or right-wing outlets tonguing my words again have to say. Without revolution, nothing will change, and people are not angry enough to revolt because doing so is terrifying. The Constitution in the U.S., which is mimicked worldwide, must be overthrown. Yes, yes, Todd Britton. Yes, trying penguins. I'm sorry. Um, you are absolutely correct. The reason why you say that because our Constitution, which has been around for over 250 fucking years, is a failure. And it is an absolute failure because nothing goes the way of the constituents. It is time for a new constitution, one that would actually work in favor of the constituents, not the billionaires and not the fucking eight-pack back politicians. And also former ones like fucking Nancy Pelosi, for example, who's now retired. Workers under their slaves, yes. I mean, you're not wrong there. You're right, FX. Yeah. Come right back when you're done. The Senate is the problem and can't be abolished within the Constitution framework due to Article V. Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, the Senate, that needs to be overturned. The Senate and Electoral College in Tano serve only the property white class. That is true. That is true. It's only the white fucking racist class. Like I'm saying. You're absolutely right, Charming Penguins.
Before you know it, after this takes place for so long with Citizens United, starting with Buckley v. Vallejo, elections and democracy, they're no longer elections. They're no longer what we think of as democracy. They're just nothing more than profitable ventures, just like everything else. Investing in politicians might actually yield higher returns for oligarchs than the stock market. And before you know it, what was once a democracy is nothing more than a glorified competition between oligarchs to see which puppets are going to get elected. I mean, look at this study. It shows why politicians aren't even doing the bare minimum to alleviate our suffering.
Let's look at it together. Let me read it. Before I do, Groove Dragon, welcome in. Groovy, hi Looney Tunes 9000. Hi Looney Tunes 9000. Groovy to see thee. Please put that phone camera on a tripod, brother. I am getting seasick watching that motion picture. I'm sorry. This is the best I can do, Groove. Anyway, we're watching the video that was suggested to me by UC Gamer. We're watching the Humanist Report video about late stage capitalism and how the life of young Americans is getting sucked by capitalism.
Democracy is nothing more than a glorified competition between oligarchs to see which
Yeah,
puppets are
and
going to
it's
get
very
elected. Look
depressing.
at this study. It shows why politicians aren't even doing the bare minimum to alleviate our suffering. This was published in 2014 by Princeton and Doctors Gillens and Page
Of course.
found that regular Americans have a statistically insignificant impact on policy outcomes, whereas economic elites and special interests, they get the policies that they want enacted into law.
And let me as you see those lines, uh yeah, I know it's fun drink. Politicians' salary should be allowed within the state interest rate. Yes. So while it's fun to sit and complain, it's just a painkiller for the fatal disease. We are in hospice stage capitalism. Yes, we are. Anyway, let me read this to you. Uh, this is a study again from one of the awful Yale schools, Princeton. This is called "Testing Theories of American Politicians, Elites, Interest Groups, and Average Citizens." This is part of it. Um, Again, this is from one of the Ivy schools. Again, fuck the Ivy League. Um, and it's Princeton. Okay, so this in reads in parts: who governs, who really rules, to an extent, is the broad body of U.S. citizens sovereign, semi-sovereign, or largely powerless? These questions have animated much important work in the study of American politicians. Electoral democracy, economic elite domination, and two types of interest group pluralism. Majority pluralism, in which the interests of all citizens are more or less equally represented, and biased pluralism, in which corporations, business associations, and professional groups predominate. And there you go. Those are the look of the lines in this study and how much the percent of favor and proposed policy change in the average citizen's preferences, which is this is the red line on this one, and the other two are the green lines that are going up. Okay, in the both in the economic elites preferences and the interest group alignments. And I mean, this is terrible.
And the reason why this is the case is because politicians no longer need to serve us to get elected because we're no longer their core constituents. Oligarchs are. Your $5 donation pales in comparison to the $1 million check that a billionaire cut for your senator's super PAC. We've allowed unlimited sums of money into politics, and democracy no longer is a game for the working man. It's a game for elites, you know? And quite frankly, politicians need oligarchs more than they need us, which is why they don't give a fuck about our suffering. Why they don't listen to our demands and even protests anymore. Not that that really made that big of a difference anyway.
The rich get richer and the poor get fucked. Well, you just deleted it, but you were right, Groove.
They very clearly don't give a fuck about what we want. They don't care about our suffering. But I mean, this is the end result of all capitalist systems. It's not a fluke. And sure, I mean, you could theoretically enact laws and, you know, try to insulate our political system from this kind of corruption to this degree. But at some point in time, the capitalist vultures are going to attack democratic institutions like a virus. away at those protections until there's nothing left, because a system built on greed is fundamentally incapable of serving all of society. And it's gotten so bad that politicians don't even throw us crumbs any longer just to keep us satisfied, to stop us from, rising up with the pitchforks, because they're just no longer interested.
The rich get richer and the poor get fucked. Or F, yes. It's true.
In convincing us that we're anything more than just cogs in the machine. Trump virtually admitted this recently when he said that we can't have nice things because we have to use the money that we could be used.
Oh my god. Really? Really? Really?
Tonight, this viral video of a Louisiana couple coming home in the middle of their eviction is sweeping social media. Rachel Torres has the story.
I know I don't need to watch another news story.
It's not possible for us to take care of daycare.
I don't care about daycare. I don't care. I'm some orange man. I'm nearly 80 years old. I don't know if I can live to do another term. I've already done one. But it's just time for me to hang it up. I'm nearly 80. But if I die, JD will be my president and he'll take this country to hell. And he'll still fuck his couches, don't you worry. Don't you absolutely worry. He will fuck his couches real hard while not giving a shit about this country. But the Dow is under $50,000. This is why I fired Pam Bundy. This is absolutely why. And this is absolutely why my SCOTUS became a racist piece of shit. Because we all know it. Let's listen to me talk crap.
Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things.
What do I even know about Medicare and Medicaid? I don't even know. I don't even take my medicine. I don't even, like, for example, I always take a nap on my chair when I'm in front of cameras. When I'm in the Oval Office, I just sit there and think of, who to blame again and again and again. And when I start cursing on fucking Truth Social, aka Live Social, I'll just curse out whoever the hell I would like to curse out. And in this brief frame, you like to see me go to sleep on the microphones, and you'll hear me snore like a little bitch that I am. Like the little bitch I am, exactly. And for collective bargaining for other things meant work, banking, housing, healthcare. We can't wait for the government to do this for us. That is the trap. Thinking voting will solve the problem. Comment by Charming Penguins. It's a very charming penguin. Everybody knows that. The penguins are very charming. Developing self-discipline through informal grassroots education to get the victims of capitalism by get PO'd, get pissed off enough to general strike, stop buying its non-essentials, avoid all debt. Yes.
They can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing: military protection. We have to guard.
Again, for the military protection. Again, the military protection. Again, for all those troops that are called losers and suckers. I don't give a rat's ass. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
The country. That clip is a month old, and I still can't get over it. He's saying the quiet part loud. He's admitting we're not invested in taking care of our own people because that's not what the purpose of government is these days. The purpose of our government is to enrich defense contractors and give multi-billion-dollar companies subsidies so they can make money off of public services once provided to people by the government. Like, why have NASA when we have SpaceX and Blue Origin or whatever Jeff Bezos' space shit is? I mean, the entire purpose
Jeff Bezos is my enemy.
is to make sure that businesses can make as much money as possible even if it's to the detriment of everybody else. And it's especially crucial for them to make as much money now while they still can, because I think they all know that we are indeed in the final stages of capitalism, and it is indeed on the verge of collapse. Because they've bled people so dry that there's really nothing left for them to take from us. It's like getting blood from tulips at this point. They've taken so much from people that people can't buy the things that capitalists want them to buy, the things that keep society going, not even the necessities. Wealth is so concentrated in so few hands that the entire fucking system is starting to eat itself. And that's what we're watching unfold right now in real time. But the good news is that young people are very much aware of why things are so bad. Sure, some people blame themselves because they've internalized the propaganda that's been fed to them since they were children. Some people blame immigrants and trans people. But for the most part, I think that most people these days see the system for what it is.
You don't, because you have to blame the billionaires, not the immigrants, okay? Not the immigrants. All you need to blame is the fucking rich and also the fucking corporate politicians. That's all you need to blame, okay? For the late stages of capitalism, which is a dying trend. The U.S. is a financial zombie, and Trump is trying to induce its demise by running up debt to break the system. The want and will to success to abolish all things New Deal. Yes, it is. Yes, this is a financial zombie. It's all because of Trump's wants and needs that we don't want and we don't need. We never wanted and needed in the first place, too. Nations were invented for a benefit of ultra rich. Nationalism is a call to ultra rich benefit. Yes. Exactly. Developing self discipline. Oh, and this is a follow up to your first comment. And form for collective bargaining for all things rent, work, banking, housing, healthcare. We can't wait for the government to do this for us. This is a trap. Thinking voting will solve the problem. Yep. You're not wrong there.
I think that's what pisses me off the most about like the political state of America is that I want them to just straight up say like, "Hey, we're evil." Like, "Hey, the reason why everything's so expensive is because we don't want y'all to be able to afford to stay alive. Like, we're even increasing the price of sustenance, like food and shelter, because we don't want y'all to stay alive. We've literally made it illegal to be homeless because we want y'all to kill yourselves. We don't want y'all to stay alive. Please die. Please stop asking us to make everything affordable. We
My God.
starve to death." I want them to just say that because this game of like bootstraps, fucking lazy, entitled Gen Z, the like, or the way older generations refuse to take any accountability for the life that Gen Z now has to live, and will instead jump through hoops to gaslight millennials and Gen Z into being like, actually, you all have it way easier than we did. So we have no idea what y'all are complaining about. When I was your age, I paid off my house and my car just being the milkman. Y'all just refused to go get jobs. Oh, jobs don't pay a livable. We live in a society
Oh my God. I'm like, ah, la, 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 la. Oh my God.
where you quite literally have to pay to survive. Everything that you need to survive is behind
Affordability. Oh shit.
paywall. Clean air, fresh water, food, shelter, healthcare, etc. All of your basic needs are blocked behind a paywall. You are dropped into this system.
Like fucking some websites that want to make you pay shit through a paywall, for example. Um, it's really stupid that they need you to do that. Okay. Um, just checking out something real quick. Um, like for example, like some news sites that make you want to pay a paywall. Um, and like maybe some channels that have memberships. Okay, and they have to make you pay for the watch their live stream again if you missed it. Okay, and then they put it on a paywall, but most channels that have memberships would not do that. I'm gonna make it free again. Libraries have free movie streaming. Yes, they do. Like the surfs. Like the surfs. Okay. Yeah, okay. Like the surfs too. Okay. But I won't pick on them. I'm a mod to them. I will not pick on them. Participating in community money really it costs money. Yeah. A lot of money.
Without your consent, and there is no way out of it unless you are independently wealthy. And if you are independently wealthy, at the degree to which you would be able to circumvent capitalism, that means that you exploited so many other people that now you are able to live off of your exploitation, which is a problem within itself. Which then brings me back to where most people fall. So then you're stuck working for 30, 40 years of your life.
Oh, Lance is not greedy.
Basic things. And then the things
I know you're
that you
joking.
would think would be prioritized, like community or friends or family or pursuing your hobbies.
I'll be back
You
Monday.
can't do those because you're too busy trying to figure out quite literally where your next meal is going to come from. And then this just continues until you get so sick or so sad or a combination of the two or more things.
Me too.
Die. Let me say this real quick, baby. You're not falling behind. You're not failing. You're not fucking losing yourself. The world is not supposed to be like this. The world is not supposed to fucking be like this. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not depressed and anxious. Like you, yeah, maybe you have all those things, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault why you're depressed. It's not your fault why you're anxious. It's not your fault why you struggle to get out of bed. It's not your fault why you choose isolation. It's not your fault why you're so angry and frustrated all the time. And I need you to understand that. Don't beat yourself up because you're falling behind. You're not falling behind. The world is falling behind. We're not supposed to fucking be like this. Yeah. So I know it's not that satisfying to point this out, but it is really worth stating that we have come a long way because seeing people say this, seeing so many people criticize capitalism explicitly, this was not something that you would ever see
That's absolutely true.
20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
40 years ago, because God forbid you attack capitalism and then get accused of being a communist or a socialist. But these days, everybody can see the problem because it's staring us right in the face. You can't avoid it. And I think that seeing them say that is really validating because even though our intuition tells us that things really shouldn't be this way and that this is wrong, it's easy to at least subconsciously accept that this is our fate. It's going to be this way forever because the system is so ossified. But regardless of how hard it is to change the system, the fact of the matter is that living this way is still a choice at the end of the day. It's not our choice, but it is a choice made for us before we were born by powerful people, but it's still a choice nonetheless, a choice that can be undone. Capitalism isn't some law of nature, it's a system.
If you're hearing stuff in the background, I'm sorry. It is. There is a thunderstorm outside, and it's raining fucking heavy outside. And if you hear the thunder, I'm sorry. I'm getting pounded by fucking severe weather out here.
Created by humankind. Hi, I'm Nicole Hockley.
Oh no.
I know this is hard to hear, but it's important. So, we're clever enough, I think.
Not taking a chance. I know it's one of the parents from Sandy Hook promise who lost their child. That they're gonna mention that their child got killed in Sandy Hook. But again, Alex Jones is now gonna pay the families of Sandy Hook shooting. Well, I lost my InfoWars studio. Now I gotta pay the families of the Sandy Hook, the families that lost their children in the Sandy Hook shooting. I don't hear anything FWIW. We need politicians' promises, piles, and legal contract. if they done as promised or work really trying to hard are trying to, their loans could be forgiven. Yes, God is written will challenge the capitalism. God loves greed. Yes, he loves greed. He loves greed. The new Infowars is lit. Yeah. Ever since the Onion took over, the new Infowars is so fucking lit. Voting for progressive Democrat socialist changed New York City. Yes, it did. Absolutely. Absolutely.
To come up with something better. But the oligarchs have actually deluded themselves into thinking that we really are going to live like this forever. We're just going to suck it up and take it forever because they honestly believe that, you know, they need to train the peasants, I guess, to tone down their hatred of the ultra wealthy and just accept that it's their fate to be a permanent underclass. So that way, you know, just a handful of people can live like kings. Because, you know, they think that we're not ever going to change the system because we don't have power and they do. But I think that every time they open their mouths, they fuel people's desire to want to change the system. For example, billionaire Stephen Roth actually had the audacity to tell investors, quote, I must say
And he went on fucking CNN if you see the CNN logo.
that I consider the phrase tax the rich when spit out with anger and contempt by politicians both here and across the country to be just as hateful as some disgusting racial slurs and even the phrase from the river to the sea.
Are you serious? That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. Why? Why in the hell would he say that? We need mentality to be hands down successful so that we can show that socialism works for everybody. Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, can you look at this? I'll read it to you one more time. I must say that consider the phrase "quote unquote" tax the rich, quote tax the rich when spit out with anger and contempt by politicians both here and across the country to be just as hateful as some disgusting racial slurs, and even the phrase "quote unquote" from the river to the sea. This is what Mr. Rolf told investors on a call on a business call, whatever the hell it is. I don't know what to say.
Oh, is that so? Because God forbid you pay your fair share after the peasants put the bill for taxes for you for decades. But I mean, I want them to keep talking, honestly. I want them to keep talking.
Yes, corporations are using Zionist tactics, and the phrase "from the river to the sea" is in support of Palestine, who deserves to be freed from the evils of fucking Israel, who is bombing the shit of not just Palestine, but also Iran and Lebanon. The latter war, Israel pressured the United States to do so. They got fucking tricked by buddy Israel. Okay? It's all Israel's problem. Free Palestine, free Lebanon, free Iran. Fuck Israel. As democracy is perpetuated, the office of the president represents more and more, I'm sorry, and more closely to the inner soul of the people. On some great and glorious day, the plain folks of the land will reach their heart's desire at last, and the White House will be occupied a downright fool and complete narcissist run. It's from H.L. Mencken, The Baltimore Evening Sun, from July 26th of 1920. Is there a troll? No. No, there's no troll. Zionism is just a KKK hood by another bigot. Look who wears the hood. It's not a religion or a race. It's a belief in hierarchy. Yes, yes, that's true. That's absolutely true. The last one to quote, go to H. Yep. Gotta go. Oh, gotta go. Have a good one. Gotta go. Oh, gotta go. Oh, have a good one. Yes, you have a good one. You see, Gamer. Thanks for stopping by. I'm a troll. No, you're not a troll. I know you're kidding. Charming Penguins, I know you're kidding.
Because they've already pissed off the entire country by robbing us blind to the tune of trillions of dollars since 1975. And now they're basically spitting in our faces because we're upset about the fact that they have it all and the rest of us have nothing. People wouldn't talk about eating the rich or taxing the rich if things were going well. They wouldn't notice how many billionaires there are. It's 900 in America and 3,000 across the world, give or take. But if people
I must take this phone call. I'll be right back. Sorry, folks. I had to take a phone call. All right. Let's go back to the video. Yeah, that's much. Yeah. Uh, y'all would have talked amongst yourselves about not about me. Talk about it yourselves. LT9K will give me a Karen vibe. No, I wouldn't do that. The hell are you talking about? I don't know. You know I'm right back here. It took me just about 20 to 30 seconds. It was a 20 to 30-second call. So I'm back. There's brother. Excuse me. All right. Let's go back to the video.
people could at least get by, nobody would be talking about more equitable distribution.
Oh, I'm not
Because,
cheating on that goddamn
it'd be
chat.
nice to have more money. If you're doing okay, you're not going to think about these things. You're not going to think about changing the system if the system is working for you, at least to a certain extent. But to compare tax the rich to racial slurs, I mean, the fucking gall of this piece of shit. He's not just satisfied with you slaving away for his class until you die. He wants you to be happy about it and refrain from using offensive slogans when talking about billionaires as if they're marginalized minorities. And I think that this sentence.
Yes. That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to be happy that you have a job and you can fucking suck it up and be part of the Zionist company and be happy about it and get a pat on the head and pat on the shoulder. Says, yeah, good job. Good job. We don't care. I don't give a fuck about you. Just believe in my Zionist tactics in the corporation, or your ass is fired. What I would say about that is, fuck you. I would say that to the fucking corporate boss. I would say, fuck you. Your Zionist tactics will not work. The real victims are the corporate board members. Yes, it is. Those are the real victims. I'd rather be taxed than eaten. Forget the phrasing. I forgive you. I forgive yourselves. And yeah, that's what they want you to do. They want you to fucking forget about Iran and Lebanon and fucking Palestine. They want you to believe in fucking Israel, which you should not forget about Palestine, Iran, and Lebanon. Continue to fight for the end of these meaningless wars in Palestine, in Gaza, in Lebanon, and Iran. Okay? Do not believe in these fucking Zionist tactics that the corporations are putting up. The phrase from the river to the sea is a supportive phrase that supports Israel. No, I'm sorry. Palestine. I was about to say Palestine. I'm a better. I am tripping on my fucking words again. Excuse me. I have not had a drink of water this entire stream. I was homeless for a month. Work, sleep, and bliss is better. God damn, are you for real? How many? Oh, really? For a month? Holy shit. Then you found yourself a place to live after 1 month of being homeless? Holy shit. Dunay, bro. Yeah. I mean, last week you apologized and you called yourself a weird ass. Today a troll. Are you okay? I hear myself in words, and I'm really not okay.
Committed by this one billionaire really is a microcosm of the hubris that we see from the rest of the ruling class. There's that infamous clip from, I think, a CNBC.
Oh, hold on. LT9K brought to you by that water just treated. Verbal dyslexia is an early sign of dehydration. Drink some water. Yeah, you know what? I'm about to do that right now. Thanks. I had to move back into an abusive relationship or shelter. God damn, I feel sorry for you, charming penguins. I feel so sorry for you. I hope you escaped and found yourself a better place to live. We go back to the video real quick.
Program of that billionaire crying in response to questions about a wealth tax because he just said it was not right. So these people, they have worked their employees to the bone. They've robbed the working class blind.
Now this is when CNBC was under NBC ownership.
And they've taken everything from us, and yet they have the audacity to come out in public and say, actually, we're the victims.
Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $15 a month. And really? Massage amenities all month long. Deal ends. I'm not talking about fitness.
I lowered the price, but you still didn't buy.
I'm not talking about that.
You still thought it was too expensive. I mean, it's like they're fucking trying to get pitchfork mobs to come after them, but at the end of the day, people.
Remember the events in Charlottesville with the racist white assholes had pitchforks and start saying racist things about about Jewish people. I will not say it because I will not. It gets me in trouble with YouTube because YouTube has no chill. Again, back on the events of Charlottesville, Virginia, back in, I believe, 2016, during the first Trump administration. Many fine people on one side, yeah.
People are only going to take so much until they break. Some of them are going to check out and just be dejected.
160,000 veterans of the U.S. military are trans, the bravest people in the world. They are so brave. I'm telling you now, Groove Dragon, they are so brave. Even though Donald Trump's being an asshole to the trans community, and it's wrong, it's shameful, and we want to see more trans people in the service. And if MAGA dies, um, and if trans rights come back into law, I would like to see more trans people, be part of society again. And they're very brave to still serve. Hey, it's okay, Callie. Trans rights are human rights.
But others, they're going to take a different approach. They're going to want to burn the fucking system down, and they're going to start thinking of ways that they can overthrow the system that's exploiting them. And we've talked about the revolutionary fervor that's been bubbling up in this country before, but that obviously hasn't dissipated. Human beings have a desire and a right to be free, and when you take away their freedom, they're only going to tolerate it for so long until they rebel and try to break the chains. Fuck it. No one else will say it, so I will. My name is Hunter Howell, and it is time to abolish our government. And before I'm arrested for saying that, I need to give a source. My source, the Declaration of Independence. Word for word, here's what it says. In the Declaration of Independence, when a government becomes destructive to the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, it is the right and duty of the people to alter or abolish it. I'm going to give 3 very clear and concise examples of how our government has become destructive to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life. Bombing Iranian civilians. That's pretty destructive to the right of life.
Yes.
Liberty. Gen Z
is right.
Is no longer able to buy homes or find jobs.
Exactly.
My generation. Can't even imagine how hard it'll be for the younger generations than myself.
Mm-hmm.
In pursuit of happiness. No justice for the survivors of sex trafficking, the Epstein survivors, the heroes that endured all of that from the abuse of predators. In fact, not only is there no justice for them, there was concealing and protection for the predators.
That includes me, your favorite president, and Donald Trump, which again, I'm trying to distract you from the Epstein files every day with the meaningless oracle Operation Effie Fury, which should be renamed Operation Epstein Fury, which is once again a distraction from the Epstein files. When we all know that your favorite president is in the Epstein files, when I tell my unlimited supporters every fucking day that I'm not in the Epstein files, when it is actually true that I am in the Epstein files, your favorite president, that I, your favorite president, am in the fucking Epstein files, next to Bill Clinton, next to, Winnie the Pooh, and anybody mentioned in the fucking Epstein files. But all I do is a fucking distraction for my hillbilly supporters. Damn, Luna, that's a hell of a impression. Thank you. Thank you so much. If I mix up the Alec Baldwin impersonation of Trump and the real Trump, that's where I would get my Trump impersonation. Okay. The Constitution gave up pursuit of quote unquote pursuit of happiness and gave us security in our persons and property. Yes, that's absolutely true. Here's something that most of the people do not realize: the bravery of trans people to be themselves makes it easier for the rest of us to be our true selves too. Yes, yeah, that is actually true. I thought you were playing a clip for a second. No, actually, we're watching this video for the Humans Report, uh, which again, like I said, is very depressing and very sad on these young people who are getting their lives sucked the fuck away with capitalism. Let's watch the rest of this video.
So damn it, that's my source. Declaration of Independence says that it's up to us.
So damn it, it was his source. The Declaration of Independence, even though America 250 is coming up.
People to abolish our government. And I'm not going to sit around much longer. And listen, to the chagrin of the oligarchs, that sentiment is so much more widespread than they want to believe. Because it really does feel like we've reached the point of no return and we have no choice but to just overthrow the system. They have pushed people to the brink and they're now seeing the chickens come home to roost. And I'm not saying people are going to rise up and overthrow the government, but you have to understand that people are thinking this way because there are so many ongoing crises that our current system is just incapable of addressing.
Like bombings in Iran and Lebanon, and fucking war in Gaza and Palestine, for example. I mean, they're not going to give a fuck. And also, if you remember the fucking kidnapping of another country's president. And then now, the redistricting of states that are redistricting their uh congressional voting maps, whatever, to take away the rights to vote from African Americans, which is totally fucking sad.
And if we ever did get the sweeping systemic changes that we desperately need, it's only a matter of time before it all get undone by the same capitalist vultures that undid the New Deal reforms that we needed. Because again, capitalism is a virus and it plagues our nation. And until you remove the virus, things are always going to end up in the same spot. Late stage capitalism, where we are slaving away for large multinational corporations until we die. So this is why so many people are yearning for more than short-term solutions, because anything short of sweeping systemic reform just obviously isn't going to cut it. Sure, healthcare and a living wage would help. I think that might satiate a little bit of the anger, but when you step back and you just look at all of the problems that we're facing, climate change, just everything, the debt crisis, loans, there's just simply no way to logistically address all of these problems in a piecemeal way within the confines of our current capitalist system. It makes more sense to just tear the whole fucking thing down and start from scratch. That's why people are thinking this way. But as hard as it is to facilitate change, step number one is a collective awakening. And we are unquestionably experiencing that right now, which does give me at least a little bit of hope. So we'll end on that note where things are positive and not so doom and gloom.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the video ends right there. And like, damn, I feel so sad for the poor young people, you know. And, and again, I feel so sad for those young people that are having their lives sucked away by capitalism. And it changed me. It's upsetting. Like I said before, I want these people that are suffering from having multiple jobs, you know, give up a couple of jobs, maybe quiet quit, be based in quiet quit, and build up a social life and have a couple of hobbies. Hanging out with your friends or hanging out with your spouse. Taking your spouse out to dinner or something. And there is time where you gotta separate your work life for your social life. Okay? Not all your life revolves around fucking work. Your life revolves around you and your social life, and then there's your work. If you still work, which I believe you should work one job, not multiple jobs. But if you decide to multiple jobs that you're trying to make money, okay, it's on you. And if you only want to work one job to make the money, that's fine. I mean, make some time to have a social life. Make some fucking time to have a social life. Actually, my statement holds true for the entire LGBTQIA plus community. Being quote unquote out is a powerful behavior that is changing the world for the better. My statement about trans people. Yeah, actually, you're not wrong there. The Constitution says we can petition our leader for quote unquote redress. Our grievances, quote unquote redress, means to fix and pay compensation for the wrong, not just talk about something wrong. Fix it and pay just compensation for the wrong. Yes. Yes. Good advice, LT9K. Thank you. I gotta restart my computer. See y'all later. You see you later. Thanks for coming. DJX. Look for alternatives to the situation you're in. See if people close to you, out around you, wanna cumulatively rent something. If that's still a thing, yeah. If that's still a thing, um, look for alternatives and see if you wanna cumulatively rent something. I mean, if that's still a thing, yeah, you're not wrong there. In our abolish police, watch corporations better behave. Yes, abolish not just the police, also ICE. Abolish the police and ICE. And I know they better behave once we try to get rid of the police as well as ICE. Um, but anyway, yeah, just fuck the police. Fuck the police. But I'm glad that I gave good advice after watching that video we just watched. And I'm glad DJX took my advice. Thank you so much. I'm seeing. I don't see that anyone has any more comments right now. Mm, corporations invented police department to transfer the cost protecting their properties. Yes, they did. They did for a reason. They wanted to make money. They wanted to make money, so they can pay themselves. Not you, themselves. And arrest innocent people for no apparent reason. If we ever get rid of surveillance, let's keep it. Let's keep this for police and politicians. If whim, if whim ever, whenever get rid of surveillance, Let's keep it for police and politicians. I know what I think. What you're trying to say is we get rid of surveillance. Let's keep it for police and politicians. Um, yes, and corporations have a history of killing workers who wanted to improve this. Yes, they did. Um, they really have a corporation. They have a large existence for killing people. For improvements. Yeah, politicians should wipe body cameras. Yeah. One love, we united reruns. Yep. Okay, so let me see. Um, thanks LT9K mods in chat. Thank you, Silas, for coming out and watching. Right now, I don't know how long the Vanguard's gonna go. Replace CEO with an AI. Yep. Yep. But I'm gonna say I don't give a fuck about AI because AI is here to destroy us, no matter what you fucking say. No matter what you fucking say. I mean, look at how many AI data centers are being built right now. Look how many of them are being built right now. Or they're in the planning processes of building data centers. AI destroys by its mere existence. Yes, it does. And especially on fucking YouTube, where right now YouTube has this AI bot that would fucking censor comments or, it fucking censor videos or live streams for no apparent reason because they want to go the fucking Zionist way. That's what they want. That's what they want. Well, they're trying. Yeah, they're trying. They're trying. What it decides to do is irrelevant. Yeah. I gotta go dentist appointment, driving my car of the past 4 decades, hoping it makes out. See you next week. Bye, y'all. Yeah, see you next week, charming penguins. Uh, have a good dentist appointment. Fuck YouTube's AI. Fuck all AI. Yeah, fuck YouTube's AI and I mean, but really, fuck YouTube's AI for a reason. YouTube's AI was meant for censorship. His podcast is really good, and he does bi-weekly updates usually. Yeah. Oh. Um. I don't know who he is. I don't know. His podcast is really good, and he does bi-weekly updates usually. Okay. I don't know what that is in reference to. I don't know what the hell that is in reference to. Okay. I need a specific detail. Um, it's like Tron. They had him on the majority report, and he's making his rounds. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Okay, I gotta check him out. Um, excuse me. Oh god. Better offline. This is podcast. Okay, I gotta check that out. Thank you. Thank you, NR. Maybe I'll check that out. Uh, let's see. Thomas Massey race is super important. Is it APAC? Is it APAC Last Stance? Thomas Massey, I'm not sure if he's APAC funded. All I know, he's probably the favorite to win his race. I'm really not sure if he's APAC backed at this point. Anybody else? Massey brought the Epstein files. Oh yeah, that's right. He was the one. He and Rokana were the ones that brought the Epstein files up. Told Pam Bondi way before her ass got fired to release the damn files. Release the fucking files. But what did her ass do? Protect the pedophile rapist. Massey is America first. Yep. I think if nobody else besides Rusty has a comment, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up for this week. Yeah. I see the Vanguard is live. Right now they're doing super chat time. Thank you so much, Rusty. I will be back next week. I was planning to go live yesterday, but I took a nap. But it was not a great stream today. I will be back next week with another great episode of Fridays with LT9K. I will now send you all to the Vanguard, which is live right now. I think they're doing super chats. Oh, before I take you there, the shit that isn't happening with AI is, and what is really going on makes 2008 look positively matched and the AI hype financially bubble and is akin to a late night infomercial. Yeah. You know what? You're right. That's true. You know, it makes that's what it makes 2008 look like. That's what it makes 2008 look like. Last year, analog television. Should I mind you? And with that, let me go ahead and put the Vanguard. Okay, guys. There we are. I pinned the Vanguard for y'all. So y'all can go check that out in the last few moments for super chats. Yeah, not a great episode today. Thank y'all so much for coming out. And yeah, you take care, Rusty. And I will see you guys next week. Everybody, let's go to the Vanguard. Let's say hello to Zach and Gavin. Let's go be kind over there. Let's tell them I said hello. And again, I will see y'all next week. And what do I always say when we leave the chats? Stay woke, stay gay, and peace on. Peace on. Peace on. Bye, y'all. Vanguard. Oh, Mozart. Hey, how are you? We're just about to head to the Vanguard. Bye, y'all.